This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Welcome back, Superior Bait and Tackle. Red Thrasher, the Thrasher, Development Director from CCA. It's that time of year, Red.
It is. Star is about to start.
You called me, but you didn't have to call me. I knew we was ready. We've been talking about Star now for the last few weeks, too, and there's a lot of things coming up with Star. A lot of great news today. We got some tournament coming up, rodeos, and we got a tournament report today, too. Fishes of men. Fishes of men. No, but the Star, that's all in the future right now. And I'm going to put you on the spot. You're supposed to be out doing tagging redfish.
But I'm here with you.
Yeah, I heard you caught fish, though.
I did catch a lot of fish.
Stay tuned. We're going to bring you Red Thrasher with the Star Tournament.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Mike Fesco out of Sour Lake, Texas. I won a Nautic Star for winning big trout in the West Division. There's a bunch of these tournaments that I fish, and this is one of the special ones that they really come through with all the tackle packages, boats.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Welcome back to Superior Bait and Tackle. Welcome back. Welcome back, the man, the director, everything. And look, Red, this thing keeps getting bigger and bigger. I know we didn't have storms, we didn't have pandemics, we had everything going on, and y'all still pulled it off. This year, do you breathe a little easier? We got a lot of things.
No, because we've made so many changes and up the ante again this year, so no, the pressure's still there, but it's going to be a great tournament.
Tell us about it.
So a lot of things, you know, you've come to expect for over 28 years. We've had the Star Tournament. Right now, we're going to give up to $750,000 in prizes away, but we added some new twists and turns. So first of all, we added the yellowfin tuna division. We also changed the kids division where it used to be trout and flounder. Now it is trout and sheepshead. That way we can give the kids more chances. And forever and ever, you've been looking for this red tag, right? That gets you the first one gets a Chevy Silverado, the next one gets a travel trailer, and then a bunch of Nautic Stars and Gator Tails. We still have 100 of these that we're putting out, but we're also putting an extra 50 of these. So we just wanted to give more people more chances to win. And thanks to our friends at Michelob Ultra if you catch one of these, you get beer for a year. How about that?
Golly, we're gonna make a bunch of people out there happy, I know.
No doubt.
What about if you're like me, though? Michael's been one of my friends, but I'm not a real big beer drinker. I can gain a lot of friends, I bet you.
I bet you can. I am sure you can have some takers take you up on it. But you know, we usually only tag lower in the slot redfish with those with the red tags. These, I'm not going to tag any small ones, but they could be bull reds, they could be anything. Just we have to go out and catch them. So whatever we catch, we're going to put some of these in. All you have to do is take a picture of it, but you do have to be registered just like you do for the red tags. So get registered and check out all the details at ccastar.com.
Now, talking about prizes, keep up right now some of the prizes that are different.
So for the tuna division, which we haven't had before, you're going to win a Tracker Ox 400, a big UTV. Most of the prizes other than that are the same, but obviously the value of them has gone up tremendously. So you are, you know, a 21-foot Nordic Star is now $55,000. So for the red tag, the first one you win is a Chevy Silverado. The second eligible angler gets a 30-something foot travel trailer from Bent's RV. Then 3 Nordic Stars, one of which wrapped by Michelob Ultra, and then 5 gator tails. Also the interesting piece about that is if the third fish is not claimed, Michelob Ultra is going to draw from all participants and give away that Michelob Ultra Nordic Star regardless.
I tell you what, all the Budweisers around here, let me tell you, you know, Mr. Mockton and them been that, and one's down the Eagle, all of them. And when the Lafayette, the Budweiser dealers has always supported CCA. Not only CCA, they supported our show for 15 years. So.
Oh look, this is a collaborative effort among all the distributors in the state as well as Anheuser-Busch. So we are very thankful for it. Yes, they have been supplying us beer for all of our events for a long, long time, but they stepped it up with Star. And I will also tell you, check them out at retail. There will be a lot of ways to win. Follow your local distributor on Facebook. They're giving away tackle packages, Hobie kayaks, all kinds of stuff. So check them out on their social media as well as at retail.
Come back, we're going to talk about some CCA news and events and things that have been coming on. Stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana from Superior Bait and Tackle. We'll see you next.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Let's get to CCA news. Come on, you still laughing at me. 20 years, you still laughing.
I just love you so much, Gary.
I know, we love you too.
But look, we've got a lot going on with CCA in addition to the Star Tournament. We built a reef in Big Lake called the Finfish Reef last week. There's actually one going on this week at Four Bayous. We're rebuilding one of those old reefs that's been covered up. So it should be producing fish this summer.
They've been catching a lot of fish down there, and you ain't messing nothing up right now.
No, you know, I haven't gotten any reports from Four Bayous. I think most people have been at the beach or the barges and sometimes the rocks behind the island. This one's been on the drawing boards for like 2 years, and we finally got the permit and all the work, all the rock and everything. So
2 weeks ago, Buggy gave it. That's one of the first places it started. at Fort Byron, but now things are changing. Tell me else now. What else?
But the big thing that everybody needs to be paying attention to is the legislation right now that's about to go to the Senate Natural Resources Committee concerning Pogey. Look, this could be one of the largest conservation measures put in place in Louisiana's history. This is something that needs to happen. It's still not exactly what everybody wants, but it is a move in the right direction. So contact your legislators, in particular your senators that sit on natural resources, and tell them what you think and the difference that this thing can make.
You know, being a conservative state, we got the oil and gas industry who's getting a beating. You know, and a lot of people talk about it's an industry that feeds Louisiana, but there's never a place or any kind of business that you gotta have some regulations. There's none.
That's the big deal. They are not regulated, and all we hear is it's a sustainable fishery and they only catch 1% of the stock. But that's 1% of the entire stock in the Gulf of Mexico, and they catch it in an area about this big right off of our coast. Look, this is the fish that all the fish that we want to catch also eat. It's also what the pelicans eat. It's also what all the birds do. And so all we're asking is to push them a little bit further off and go catch some of that other 99%.
Pick up that phone, get on that computer, send them out. I did that too, don't get me wrong. As long as I've been on this show, 20 years, and there's controversy, I've always listened to both sides. And I will keep on doing it. But I think I got common sense. I don't have any book sense, but common sense, and I really believe in this.
This is a no-brainer, so check it out.
But this one. What else? We got.
What other one?
Well, you are the weighmaster for the Swole Fest. Swole Fest is right around the corner too.
Look, you know, I was down in Grand Isle last weekend with Buggy and the guys at Retief Oil down at Grand Isle Marina, and they are getting ready. They are primed. They are trying to do everything they can to get it up to speed for Memorial Day weekend, and I think they're going to do it. And so Swole Fest, the second week of June, is going to be a blast. I'm the weighmaster, but go support a great cause. Folks, this tournament gives unbelievable amounts of money to Children's Hospital, to local charities, Make-A-Wish, you name it. Just a great, great tournament, and I'm lucky enough to be the weighmaster for it.
I tell you what, and y'all do a great job. Like you said, it's a Grand Isle Marina now, former Sand Dollar. They did a lot of work. They had a lot of damage. Buggy right now, I told y'all last week, he's up and running. They got bloody decks coming up in a week on 20th. I got
Memorial Day, I think.
No, it's 26 to whatever. Yeah. No, before. I just wrote it down.
26th through the 29th.
Bloody deck. There you go. Thank you. Bloody deck. That's going to be at Wakeside now. That's not.
Yeah, well, you know, Buggy's still trying to do a lot of construction down there. He has half of his motel up and running. I will encourage you, if you're going to fish one of these summer tournaments, especially in Grand Isle, get your accommodations early. The inventory is not near as high as it used to be. I also saw
travel trailers. You got travel a lot.
Yeah.
RV parks now, they booking them up quick too.
Now Moran has added a lot of inventory on his accommodations, so don't hesitate to go up the road a little bit as well.
He's the only one. Give me a little report, because I haven't talked to Chris. How's they coming down there at Fuchon?
So what Chris has basically done is kind of foregone the store on the corner, and the back marina is up and running, fully functional. It has bait. They have accommodations. They're ready to roll. And then the one on the corner will take some time. It's just such a bigger space. But he wanted to make sure that the fishermen were going to be taken care of.
Catholic Eye Rodeo is usually in June. What's the report on it? It had nothing.
I don't have any of the details, but I know it's going to happen at Moran's. You know, he has now a giant pavilion that it'll be under. And once again, the back marina, quite frankly, it's probably better than where it was. They have a big food truck out there now, so you can get all the food that you want, bait, ice. The inventory is coming in every day. So if you're going to fish a tournament in Fuchon, Moran's will be just fine.
Well, while we're rolling, let me see if I don't forget anything right now. That's a fishing report. I'm going to save that last, but got a rodeo report now. We said about them coming up. CCA Star, which is the big one. I got a news event, Dreams Come True, is this coming weekend at the GOL in Maurice. Don't forget, 7:30. You can still book a team. It's too late to sponsor a hole or get your logo all over, but it's still going on. We are raffling and fishing. Something came up, I cannot be there, but they're going to tell us it's going to be a fishing trip for two in the Slidell area overnight, if you want it, with some of the best captains are going right now, and that's the place they're catching fish. So just want to remind y'all sporting clay guys, this is this coming weekend. Let me give you this report right now. This is one of the biggest tournaments that go on for local people, and it's called Fishings of Men. I'm talking to KD and Hoover and Malcolm Smith, who's over this one, the director. I never realized how long this has been going on. KD and them started catching fish, but KD offered, you're going to get him or Hoover, they're going to come in and talk about the beginning days of this tournament. Michelle and his wife, they run it, and they go all over the state. It's a very big tournament. This is the lowest turnout they ever had because of everything going on. But they had under 60 boats, but they averaged 90 to 100 boats every time. So I just want to give them a plug, and I'm going to give you the winners right now. First was Logan Latuso and Ross Roper. They won $4,747. They had 17.48 pounds. It was out of the Salmon. Let me tell you again, you know these guys, they don't care what the price of gas. Somebody heard so they spent $400 worth of gas to go to Venice. I didn't realize the water was as high as it is. They're catching bass at Venice. So a lot of them went to Venice. Brian Badron and Ryan Kemp was second at 15 pounds. And then Garrett Kemp and Blake Sylvester had 13 pounds. Big bass was Malcolm Smith, 4.71. So Malcolm, will thank you again. Tight as you were, everything got us those information. Their next tournament, or the last tournament, I forgot, he told me the date, it's a month away. It's going to be a 2-day tournament out of Barrett. 2-day tournament out of Barrett. 1 day in Spillway, 1 day out of Barrett. So I'll be at dry run. So thank you again, guys. Mind you, Bloody Decks, CCA Star, you don't need to go anywhere else in the country right now because we got it all right here.
And the fish are biting.
And fish are biting. We'll be back with a fishing report too, shortly. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. Severe bait and tackle.
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
Welcome back to Superior Bait and Tackle and the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Red, you've been out on the water and you come here sunburned. I know you're supposed to be tagging redfish.
Well,
how is that coming?
Well, I keep getting distracted by all the trout bites.
You got to catch fish. You got to catch fish to tag them, don't you?
Oh yeah, look, I mean, to tag 100, we probably catch 300. So while everybody's chasing trout, I am chasing redfish. But it's been productive, and once again, I've gotten distracted a few times over a good trout bite.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I heard you tell one of the guys here talking about that. All on top water. What day was that? Friday,
Saturday, all on top water. I was waiting for the water to come up a little higher in the marsh so I could go catch redfish. So I wanted to see what the beach looked like in Fouchon, and it was productive. Let's just say that.
Was a lot of people fishing?
A lot of people were fishing.
And the other boys?
Oh yeah, there were boats everywhere. Look.
I think of Tommy. He's in Mississippi right now.
But it's an interesting dynamic. I mean, typically on a perfect weather day in Saturday in May, it would have been 10 times the boats, but not as many people can get down there, or a lot of people were affected by the storm. But it was still a crowded day, and I'm gonna tell you, everybody seemed to be catching fish.
Going in that area too, George Spivey, he got high water chartered, high water caught bait. He been running 2 trips a day, and I'm telling you a lot. I said, "You sure want me?" I said, "Are you booked up?" He said, "I'll find a place, Mr. Gary. Right now, we went through hell. We're going to take everything we've got, and we are catching fish." I saw Joe Macalusa's article. They made a trip down there, and he got his reports. I've been talking to Buggy 3 times a week, and they just so excited, working their tails off. Yes. But they're making progress in the fish bite. You saw last week the shrimp in the surf. Were they still going on?
Look, in the last week, I have been in almost every port in the state, and everybody's catching fish. Every marina I pulled up to that's a weigh station had trout coming to the dock.
What about those shrimp and catfish?
Oh, the shrimp were incredible. Look, with all the stuff Buggy has going on right now at Bridgeside Marina, to see him smile over catching shrimp in a cast net, it tells you something. I mean, he's seen it all, and that was a treat.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about their boats breaking down, when you ain't got shrimp and they're working and the other. And this thing, when the croaker come in, what's going to happen?
Oh.
It starts in around July, August with the croaker run. Look, I don't want to miss somebody. There are people in the back in Leeville, go to Meta. They are catching fish. Most of the boys I talked to, like you said, high water, George Spivey, whatever he said, he's catching. He catching them on top water. I mean, beautiful trout. But the other people I talked to, you said top water, and them other people, a lot of people still catch them on pogies. But live shrimp. In Slidell area, Captain Mike Brantley, all the marinas down there at the point, all the marinas, they all got live shrimp. They had a boat down for a few days, and they had a little trouble, but they catch them on plastics. Shrimp imitations, DOA, just different shrimp imitations under a cork, and they're catching fish. I talked to people, KD told me he had some reports coming from Delacroix. Mr. Tom LeBlanc, you see these pictures, they found a catch. He ain't killing them, but they're catching 17, 18, and nice trout in Delacroix area. So I don't want to miss, but the big thing right now is still the bridges and the trestle. And before it was all a lot of drop shots, but now it's a lot of Carolina rigs. That's what Dudley does. I don't know why it is.
Look, it was breezy yesterday, but there were still a ton of boats out there. I may or may not have been riding around dumping some redfish off in that area out of Wrigley's Marina yesterday. So there were a lot of people catching fish and a lot of people having a good time until the wind kicked up.
He had trouble last week, a couple of days about shrimp, but they all got shrimp now, the last thing I heard. My good friend John Bernard, by the way, he sent me a picture. He'd been having a little trouble with certain things of pain and with that kind of surgery he had, but he's so good to so many people. They brought him a 75-quart full of shrimp from T. Irvin. Oh. Mr. T. Irvin down in Duloc bought it. He was cleaning the shrimp himself. I don't know if that was a favor. They were cleaning for you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was at T. Herb's. He's also a weigh station. When he and his buddy pulled up on the shrimp boat, they were beautiful shrimp. They were deheading them, and I was like, man, what are y'all gonna do with all this? He said, give them to our friends, and so that's what it was all about.
Yeah, well, T. Herb, Mr. John has been down the weather. You send me that report right now. I don't know if y'all older people don't know how to do it on the internet, but we love to hear your report. We miss Big John too. Like I said, Tom LeBlanc and Coach Cesar Garcia used to be the gymnastics coach at LSU. They go every week, rain or shine or whatever. They hunt the birds. They found the birds, but some other people had found them. They were spooking them. They finally just drifted and found some fish where there were no birds, and they were bigger fish, and they did good. So I want to thank you. Every week he's sending me something when he's fishing. Sac-A-Lait freshwater, I tell you what, that tournament coming up Spillway, I don't know what they're going to do. My nephew crawfishing in Spillway, they got to get a longer trap, put it in shallow water, make sure the crawfish can get out of water. If not, they lose half their crawfish dying in the trap. But I done ate some big crawfish lately, and they got to come from spillways. A lot of the ponds right now are getting close to the end of the year. So, you got a crawfish before?
I don't, but I can tell you, if the weather's right, go down to the coast right now, because the fish are biting everywhere from Campos to Hackberry Fish Camp.
Sac-A-Lait, your old number. I seen a good show, and I'd heard some people catch them at Doorbone. Sac-A-Lait. It's a little different than the spider rigs they use at Lotto and everything. Spider rigs are working right now. Bremer going, unbelievable, but Slab Hunters LA. So you call these people, I tell you, go check the website, Toledo Bend, all the captains catching Sac-A-Lait. You know, you got windy days, you got to watch. That lake gets rough too, but finding a lot going on. I think that's it. Sac-A-Lait down in Gibson and down in those areas where the bass are biting also. That's the only thing I got.
Awesome.
Thank you for always sticking with me. Thank you for my shirt you gave me.
It's a good looking shirt. And don't forget to visit ccastar.com.
That's it. Thank you here, Superior Bait and Tackle. God bless Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.